We did not, counter what was being thrown at us. I think we should have been more smart with the way we wanted to go about, playing against spinners. I think in the end you saw Mishra using his feet quite a bit. Ashwin did that. I think the other batsmen failed to, learn from what should have been done on that sort of wicket. So the need of the hour in the second innings was to take calculated risks when you're chasing a small total in the fourth innings. The intent has to be there, which I think was lacking, and it's something we need to improve on. Definitely, it's an area of improvement, and something that should be a lesson for the batsmen today. I mean, I know everyone is very disappointed with the way we performed with the bat because that has been our strength in the past few months, and we've been let down by our batting today. So there's no excuses. There's a lot to learn from today, and I'm certain that guys will want to improve on a couple of aspects as far as facing spin is concerned. I think it really depends on an individual's mindset, because if a bowler is bowling to me and I'm thinking, if I step out, I might get beaten. If I step out, I might get caught at mid-off. Fearless cricket is I'm going to step out and hit him over mid-off. It's a clarity of thought, that's required in high pressure situations. That's how you elevate or differentiate yourself from average players or average teams. So I think that's the most important thing we need to learn from today, that it doesn't matter if you're chasing 170 or you're batting in the first innings. Your thought process has to be clear. Pressure is only created by our own head. Anything can be looked at a different way or with a different perspective if we choose to. So, which is very difficult. I mean, it's easier said than done. But as international cricketers, as test cricketers for India, I think we should have the ability to do that, to think clearly, and win games even if you're 3-4 down. See, the cricket is a game of pressure. It's when the pressure is mounted on you, the wicket looks difficult. If it's not, it looks easy. I mean, the wicket did not really change much in all the 4 innings, to be honest. The turn and the bounce was pretty consistent throughout. It all depended on how hard the ball was, or how much pace the bowlers were bowling with. Once the bowlers were tired, it was difficult to get purchase out of the wicket. But I think they started bowling their spinners with a hard new ball, and that's why they were able to get that turn and bounce from an attacking line from the stumps. And as I said, we didn't counter it too well. I don't think the wicket had too many demons, or something that we had to face with where people are getting hit on the chest or the gloves. I don't think that happened at all. It was a case of us not playing fearless cricket and not going out there and being positive. We were tentative, and that's why we ended up being exposed. Nothing changed in the wicket. The changes that happened were in our mindset. As I said, we were pretty composed and confident when we batted on the second morning. And as I said, today we were tentative. We were a bit nervous today in our approach. That's the only difference that happened in the second day and the fourth day. I don't see any other difference happening there. And if you're talking about a batsman shot, I think the most confident guy out there today, apart from Ajinkya, was maybe Amit Mishra. He was really good with the bat. I mean, against spinners, he was reading them well and backing himself to get us those runs. So, as I said, as batsmen, if I've said I'm going to play with 5 bowlers, I cannot go down and after a performance like this say, oh, I wish I had a batsman more. You can't play with 12 players. If I've chosen to play with 5 bowlers, we want to take 20 wickets. It's our responsibility to bat, in a proper way, which we failed to do today. So I'm not bringing up any excuses or wishing that I had an extra batsman. We should have played better with the 6 batsmen that we had. If you talk about our bowling in the second innings, I think we were spot on. I don't want to talk about the things that shouldn't be mentioned here. I can only talk about the controllables, and when you're bowling and people are hitting like that against the spin or reverse sweeping the ball and connecting everything, there's only so much you can do. The bowlers kept bowling attacking lines, and you have to go for wickets because you have a lead. To give those easy singles just takes the pressure off the batsman. So the idea was to do that. I think the opposition did really well to counter that situation by playing fearless cricket. They literally had a situation where they had nothing to lose, a lead of 110, with 5 wickets to go. Ended up giving us a target of 175. Classic case of people going out there and being fearless and our display was a classic case of people going out there and being tentative. Well, idea is basically not to let the batsman get used to a particular bowler's rhythm, or maybe give 3 overs extra to a bowler who's getting tired. It's the idea is basically to keep guys fresh. So it's possible for them to come out and bowl a 4-5 over spell and bowl attacking lines again. So I think that's the main idea of having that extra bowler who's fresh and ready for you, who can actually come in and bowl attacking lines. As I said, you need to take 20 wickets, and I think the bowlers did a very good job to take 20 wickets and actually get us right into the game. Well, as I said, I mean, anyone in Test cricket can play like that in a situation where you have nothing to lose. All credit to him; he played a very good innings. Not taking anything away from the knock that he played. I'm not shocked. I mean, we all know that he's very talented. When he came into the scene as well, he performed really well for Sri Lanka. He's probably had a lean phase in between, but he's performed again for Sri Lanka, and he's playing as a keeper batsman again for them in Test matches, which I think is a great thing for him. Because as a young player, everyone thought he's going to make it big for Sri Lanka, and he's doing justice to his talent. So I'm not surprised by the way he played. He obviously has a lot of ability. I've played against him in under-19 cricket as well, and I've known him since then. So he is a quality player, and he certainly has the ability to play like that. If a guy who's batting on 100, 120, if I'm batting on 120, and I've only got 2 people with me, and I played from a situation where I'm playing in a situation where the team has nothing to lose. You have a lead of 140. I would be very happy if a captain keeps all 6 inside, so I can hit 4 boundaries and over. Then the lead would have been 230, 240. The idea was to make him block 4 balls and then keep attacking fields in the last 2. So he has to take a proper risk, and at most he'll get 1 boundary if he can bowl 1 bouncer and over, or bowl a ball down the leg side. So I think that's the way you can tackle certain situations. But in these situations, honestly, it depends on the bowler, what kind of mindset he's bowling with, whether he's bowling with the attacking mindset of thinking I can still get the guy on 100 out, or you go into again a tentative mindset, and then you start leaking runs. So the idea was not to let him score 3 or 4 boundaries and over, because he was hitting the ball really well. There's no point attacking him and giving 20 runs every over, and then you suddenly have 50 more runs on the board that you need to chase down. So I think it was all about being smart at that stage, and I think that at that situation that was the best plan. You have to back your best players. People that you think can be match winners for you. You have to back them. And the reason why Rohit started getting more chances again was because Cheteshwar was going through a phase where he wasn't getting too many runs. So it was a case of giving another batsman a chance. Right now Rohit has got 3 or 4 chances at 3, and the idea was or has been to persist with him. So we obviously need to have a discussion as a batting unit in as a whole, what guys are thinking and what the mindset is like, and are they on the same page as far as executing the plans that we want them to. Well, he bowled well in couple of spells. I think in the second inning, that one spell he bowled was nice. In the first innings also, he was getting good rhythm, but after that good spell in the second innings, Chandimal started attacking every bowler. So I think that threw him and 2-3 other bowlers off, in that particular session. But apart from that, I think he was pretty good with the ball. Well, we're not using it in this series, so it's not an issue that I want to debate on at present. And the series is over, we will sit down and figure out how important it is, or how much do we want to use it. So at present, as I said, I don't want to we only have ourselves to blame for the way we played. I don't want to get into the debate of DRS or some other issues in this particular game.